So hello guys, this is Comic Naomi and welcome to my channel. So we are with Mheshimiwa Fikirini Jacobs with Comrade Fikirini Jacobs and welcome to this channel. Stay tuned. So kindly give us a brief of who you are.
Thank you so much, Naomi.
Yeah, welcome so much to the channel.
It's good to see that a young lady of your kind is doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
My name is Fikirini Jacobs Katoi Kahindi.
Yes.
Fikirini is a young Pan-Africanist ethno-philosopher who believes that given an opportunity, even the most downtrodden of life can equally have a genuine smile.
I see.
Yeah.
So can you give us a brief of how your leadership journey started?
My leadership journey started from my mother's womb. It's important to note that I'm a firstborn.
Wow.
Yes. And thereafter now came the earthly leadership positions.
Yeah.
From as early as primary school, secondary school, and university.
Okay.
Of course, I was the bell ringer of when I got in primary school. Yes, that's why I respect time.
Wow, I see. Yeah, I see.
I became the food prefect.
Mess.
Yeah. I became the head boy.
Wow.
Where I was also nominated to the Pwani Children Voices that time through World Vision. Yes, and much later, of course, I joined the Tower Secondary School. I became a leader of the church from a young age.
That is good.
Represented my class in the CU. Later became the vice chairperson of the Christian Union, alongside being the assistant head boy, and ultimately became the chairperson of the Christian Union and the head boy. Then I joined Masemara University, where I became the Bible study assistant coordinator and the project manager of the Christian Union of Masemara University, and later on the deputy president of the students organization of Masemara University, SOMO.
I see.
Then Pwani University. That's not the end. Oh, you're tired.
I'm listening.
Then Pwani University.
Yes.
Where I became the president at my second year.
Wow! Congratulations. Up to date.
And of course, many more positions that I was lucky and privileged to serve in. And you understand that
yes. Yeah.
Currently I'm the director of the Government Service Delivery Unit. Yeah. So I have not rented this space. I'm the de facto owner and holder of the title and this sitting space.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thumbs up.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see you have quite a huge background of leadership. I didn't know it was that big, and what inspired you to be who you are?
Sure.
Yes, who inspired you, or what inspired you to be here? You decided your job will be a leader all throughout your life. What inspired that?
Leadership is not a job.
It's not a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leadership is a calling.
Okay.
Leadership is something intimate. Leadership is something quite intrinsic. It sprouts from the urge to see things get better.
Yeah.
I come from a very destituted community and a place that has more often than not hit national and international maybe headlines for being one of the most impoverished places in Kilifi, a place called Bamba. The urge to see things better is what predisposed me to the kind of platform that by the grace of God I've been able to
Okay.
to be privileged to serve in. So what pushes me forward is the urge to see things get better. That's the general objective.
I see.
These kind of positions that I've mentioned here, and the many more which I believe are yet to come,
Yes.
are just but part of the sound approach that I'm following to reach my objective. Remember,
Yes.
I read this in political administration, in administrative law, sorry,
Okay.
that political power is not an end in itself.
Yes.
It is a means of acquiring some objectives.
Yes.
So for me, I'm not here because this is the end in itself. No, this is just but an avenue that pushes me forward to what I want to achieve in life.
I see, and that you're doing a good job at it.
Thank you.
You're so good at it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and what's your vision of the county? I mean, Kilifi County by 2030.
2030 just underway.
Yes, it's underway.
Not far from now we'll be there.
Yes.
But I'm looking forward to a self-reliant county by 2030. I'm looking forward to a county which will have a higher percentage of the literate mass the illiterate mass. I'm looking forward to having a county that will appreciate the aspect of subsidiarity and evolution, which of course are the products of the decentralization of governance. I'm looking forward to seeing a county that will appreciate the role of governance, a county which equally governance will partly be responsible for at least putting genuine smiles on the faces of the majority of our community, which is a rural community.
Yeah.
And
another question is, what are you currently implementing in the county?
We are doing quite a lot. We have 10 departments, each up and running, doing several things. But generally, maybe just to mention just that a few of the flagship projects of the county government, because as the director of the Governance Service Delivery Unit, one of my core mandates is to oversee the implementation of the flagship project.
And which is this flagship?
The flagship project is quite several. We are doing a stadium in Kilifi. You have already seen a place called Water on your way to.
Yes, I have.
That's the first phase is complete. It's putting a perimeter wall. And the second phase of it is the starting off of the construction works inside it. We have also done first phase of the revival of St. Luke's Hospital, a very strategic health facility in Kalomeni. Which is a potential referral hospital. So we've done the first phase of it, we've done the perimeter wall. Now the second phase of it, of course, the budget is already there.
Yeah, we are likely to have a second Kenyatta National Hospital in Kilifi County.
Definitely, yes. Definitely. The St. Luke's Hospital, if you go down history, is a mission, is a church facility, a church hospital, which was very strategic.
But
it dates back to a long time ago.
Yes, now you are doing renovations.
So we're doing revival generally, just overhauling everything because it's stagnated now. It's not so much on the work. Now, that is but we're doing a lot of waterworks.
And that is good.
We have a very serious company that is coming now on the 1st and 2nd of March. We'll have all the political leadership of Kilifi, from the governor to the MCS, sit in a hotel in one of the hotels around to consider the inclusion of that waterwork company, which is pumping over 30 billion, which we expect to solve entirely the water problems of Kilifi County. We have done major roads construction.
That's good.
Linking Malindi Airport and Jacaranda. That's some parts of Batam where we have a lot of beach hotels.
I see.
Launch around there.
I've seen.
And even this afternoon we'll be launching some other roads. Yeah,
Wow.
and some projects in the lands department. We're doing education, several schemes,
Yes.
at least to see how best we can quickly settle the landless. We have partnered with the Chinese Chamber of Commerce.
And what
we
is
are
it
doing,
about?
we are doing
The Chinese.
we are doing an industrial park
Yes.
in some parts of Kaloleni, a place called
Okay.
Kayafungo Ranch. Yeah.
Wow.
We have partnered with a lot of strategic development partners to better our health facilities
Yeah,
in Kilifi,
absolutely. Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
and quite many more. You understand, we have already in our budget 25 million to do emergency
Yeah.
wing, medical emergency wing for Mariakani
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Malindi sub-county hospitals.
I see.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and we have 50
Yeah.
million for facelift and the installation of some other equipments for the county complex in that Faro hospital.
Yes.
We have another
And the
50 million
roads.
for the construction, for the beginning of the construction works in St. Luke's Hospital that I mentioned. Yeah, really, we in the agriculture department is.
Yes, especially agriculture, and you see some places in Kilifi are dry, like you said, Bamba. You know, how
Yeah.
are you implementing the agricultural
For
bits?
places like Bamba, like the
Yes.
kind of agriculture that we consider is livestock farming.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing serious livestock farming in Bamba.
Okay.
That is what characterizes Bamba because it is very good for ranching.
Yes.
Just this week, there has been a lot of. You understand, we have a lot of groups in the county which are funded by Femicide, the Kenya Marine Fisheries Empowerment Project, or Femicide by the Blue Economy Department of the national government, led by Waziri Mvurya and the county government here.
Yes.
So these groups write proposals. They are funded. Some which are on the coastline, they're given boats for fishing.
Yes.
The modern fishing equipment. The ones in the hinterlands, like Bamba now, they give proposal for livestock and sometimes dairy.
Okay, cattle rearing.
Cattle
Yes.
and even goats.
And grazing.
Yeah, there are some which are funded by NARI.
Yeah.
It's a World Bank project.
Okay.
A partnership with the county government, which are doing poultry farming.
Yeah.
So quite a lot is happening. Just last week there was a whole deworming program for all the livestock, whether supplied by the county or privately owned. They're dewormed as an initiative of the county government. So they're doing quite a lot.
Yes, and here are the best cattle rearing practices or chicken poultry rearing practices are those that give a lot of outputs. Like you see pigs, when a pig gives birth, it gives like maybe to 10 piglets. When a chicken lays eggs, the chicks hatch like 10. When rabbits give birth, they give birth to like 6 or more.
Sure.
So people are adopting these animals or poultry that are producing more and more, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. And how are you dealing with youth unemployment?
Youth unemployment is quite a big menace, not only in Kilifi but in the country.
Yes.
We are sensitive to that reality.
Yes.
We have initiated one thing.
Yes.
Because much as we talk about employment, which basically is quite a big score for young people.
Yeah.
But it goes without mentioning that much as we are expecting employment, it is important that we preach the need for self-employment, because I believe your question touches on employment, not specific to government employment or self-employment.
Yeah.
The county government of Kilifi initiated a fund called the Wezesha Fund.
Okay.
That's to the tune of 1 billion.
And how can people access that?
Wezesha Fund is right here in the county government of Kilifi, but we did a partnership with financial actors, KCB and Rafiki Bank,
Yes.
which
So,
the reason why
yeah.
we really think it is prudent
Yeah.
to bring this initiative
Uh-huh.
is because much as we're expecting to, in the long run,
Yeah.
at least be able to create employment for young people, but it goes without mentioning that it is
Yeah.
important that these guys could find something uh, to be able to
Yeah.
do for themselves.
Yeah,
So this
because
money,
yes.
people go to the
Yeah.
department, the trade
Yeah.
department, or can directly go to
Yeah.
any KCB bank branch,
Uh-huh.
any Rafiki
And
bank
get
branch
loans.
within Kilifi,
Okay.
get the forms, apply.
Uh-huh.
It is not as cumbersome. The process is
Okay.
friendly.
Okay.
You can ask around in case of any challenges. Bottom
Yeah.
line is we encourage people to
Uh-huh.
be creators
Yes.
of the economy,
Yeah.
not just consumers in the kind of
Yes.
economic pyramid,
Yeah.
and that is for self-employment.
Yes.
For employment, this county government of
Yeah.
Kilifi
Uh-huh.
is controlled by a statutory law, which is
Okay.
guided by the control of budget.
Yes.
All county governments have
Yeah.
up to a certain percentage where they cannot surpass in terms of the
Okay.
wage bill. That is the money they use now in settling for allowances
Yeah.
and the salaries for the county employees.
Okay. To all
So
sides. Yes.
Kilifi County is yet to reach our wage bill, which is
Okay.
35%.
Yeah.
So we are just about 33% there. So we have
Yeah.
2% worth
Yes.
of monies that call for recruitment of people to join the county government. So
Yes.
last week Monday, if my mom serves me right,
Okay.
the Public Service Board of the county government of Kilifi
Yes.
initiated a program to do staff establishment for all the departments
Yeah.
so that they can present their organogram, their structures, and locate their needs
Okay.
and where they really need now the Public Service
Yeah.
Board to advertise for more jobs. So that is done. What they are doing currently is to harmonize those lists in preparation for advertisements. So that
Okay.
is a potential grant for the youth and another person of Kilifi
Yeah.
to get employment. But also
That's
we have
good.
initiated 3
Yeah.
new municipalities. We have currently we have Malindi and Kilifi municipalities. Now we
Yes.
have 3 new municipalities which were created just the other day.
Okay.
Mtwapa municipality, Watamu municipality, and Mariakani municipality.
Okay.
These municipalities will definitely need a lot of workforce. And
Exactly.
that means
Yeah.
the county government was not wrong to form these municipalities and even set
For
aside a
employment.
budget for the employment of
Yes.
2,000
Youths.
2,000 youth and women.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's, and on top of it, we have
Yeah.
a lot of chances that are coming up. We have ECD, a lot of
Exactly.
deficiencies in ECD,
Yeah.
teachers,
Yeah.
the county marshals,
Yes.
the enforcement officers, and stuff.
And
So
yeah.
we're trying our best.
Yeah, that is good. Do your best.
Thank you.
Yes, and talking about women, women have been having a challenge of breastfeeding while in jobs. You know, they say that a woman cannot go to a job and breastfeed in the workplace. They have to have a separate room for breastfeeding. What is your take on that? Can women have breastfeeding booths in their workplaces, or they just do it publicly?
No, I think breastfeeding
Yes.
involves something which is a little bit intimate and sacred.
Yes, it is.
Much as it is quite in order for a woman to breastfeed, but
Yes.
publicly, I mean, it really speaks to
Yeah.
some kind of decadence in terms of our morality.
Yeah.
I would support that
Booths.
there is a creation of
Yes.
booths where women can comfortably
Yeah.
breastfeed.
In
would support.
workplaces and
Yeah,
in
yeah,
public.
I would
Yes.
support. I would
Please
support
do.
that. Yeah.
Yes. And then your take on corruption.
Corruption
Yes.
is
Yeah.
quite a menace which is responsible
Yeah.
for the underdevelopment of our
Exactly.
societies.
Yes.
It really speaks to
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I hear Kenya has the highest rate of corruption. And I don't know how leaders are dealing with that. A lot of leaders are being asked this question,
Sure.
and still it's a big issue to date. I don't know how you are taking measures to deal with it.
Well, from where I sit, I
Yes.
disdain corruption.
Yes.
I, with strongly and with passion,
Yes.
uh, refute
Corruption.
corruption
Yeah.
in all its faces and senses.
Yeah.
The only way
Uh-huh.
we can end corruption in
Yes.
Kenya is not just to put, like, I've ever seen people or had people
Yeah.
say we strengthen our independent institution like the
Yeah.
judiciary by investigating agencies. But listen, this is something that borders on our
Yeah.
national ethos. For you to be strengthened to go and deal with some corruption, it
Yeah.
means corruption exists.
It
To the
exists.
extent that some independent institutions
Yeah.
are strengthened, some of these corruption cases
Yeah.
have befallen these institutions.
Yes.
So you don't expect corruption to go and wage out
Yeah.
another corruption.
Completely.
It brings us to maybe thinking on which is a superior corruption and which is inferior corruption.
Yeah.
Bottom line is it is all corruption. What
Yeah.
I really wish to, the culture we're really digging as a
Yeah.
country, people say the fish rots from the head.
Yeah.
Corruption in this country is right present because
Yeah.
leaders who hold sensitive positions allow it to thrive. That's how
Yeah.
it quickly cascades downwards the
Yeah.
pyramid, so that even a person in the streets feels
Yeah.
good and takes it to be very normal, like to engage in the activities.
Exactly.
So I think the only way corruption will
Yes.
end
Uh-huh.
in the country
Yes.
is to have
Uh-huh.
I really and passionately feel that it is important that this country revises our national ethos.
Okay.
One thing
Yeah.
I really wish to put forward,
Yes. Yes.
we have had the Confucius Institute that talks about, of course, quite philosophical, the Confucianism.
Yeah.
Quite as a school of thought that guides the Chinese attributes towards nation building.
Yeah.
I think it is important that we revise our national attributes.
Yes.
Like, other than what I can do for myself, what is it that I can do for this country?
Yeah.
That spirit lacks in this country.
Yeah.
The day this will be deeply embedded
Yeah.
in our veins, in our soul, in our spirit,
Yeah.
the moment we'll think about our country before
Yes.
we think about ourselves, that will be the beginning of ending some of these vices,
Exactly.
you see.
Yes.
But the more
Yeah.
there's a lot of social media pressure, you see guys, they are really balling, like just the other day, these guys were serious strugglers.
Yeah.
Today, these guys are there and they are,
Yeah.
so it incites psychological the other guys. So
Yeah.
people look for very quick ways to
Yeah,
have
to
big
make
things so that they can also show off to their generation, so that they can feel like they're left behind, you see.
Yeah.
Things like those. But I feel the moment we'll put our focus on at least the nation before ourselves,
Yeah.
you see, will be some. And this will never begin
Yes.
with just every Tom, Dick, and Harry down here. The moment even the top most leadership embraces this kind of spirit, it
Yeah.
will quickly cascade down. I can tell you.
Exactly. Yeah. And we have been hearing stories of Shakahola in Cliff County. And what is your say on that? Things to do with religion and also such things, you know?
You know,
Yes.
from where I sit, there is religion,
Yes.
there's religion,
Yeah.
and there is spirituality.
Yeah.
From where this is a rare thing. You have to be prepared
Yeah.
to listen to
And
very
some-
new
and
and strange things.
Yeah, and some will be saying also Mavueni New Life is also in Kilifi.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying.
Yes.
There's religion
Yeah.
and there is spirituality.
Yes.
Religion are the doctrines that
Yeah.
helps us get to spirituality.
Yes.
The worship,
Yeah.
the kind of procedures,
Yeah.
they lead us there. You see?
Yes.
Uh, Spirituality, on the other hand, is the pureness of the
Yeah.
soul, pureness of the spirit in
Yeah.
reference to the deity, the Almighty.
Exactly.
What
Yeah.
what maybe and by the way, religion historically and
Yes.
philosophically is attributed to a lot of
Yeah.
thinking and solutions that were proposed by many people. For
Yeah.
others, religion is a tool of controlling the
Yeah.
society. For others, religion is the opiate of the masses.
Yeah.
For Professor Richard Hickens,
Uh-huh.
religion is to him a small pox, which
Yeah.
is irresistibly spreading,
Yeah.
across board. And J.S. Mbiti, an ethno-philosopher, even attempted to say that an African is a notorious
Yeah.
religious man,
Yeah.
and many more kind of thinking.
Yeah.
What I feel, there is
Yes.
nothing wrong that what happened in Shakahola and the
Uh-huh.
presence of some of these churches are all in Kilifi. To the extent that they are
Yeah.
all established in Kilifi, I don't
Yeah.
see any speciality. I don't
Yeah.
see any kind of a distinction like
Yeah.
made to at
Yeah.
least attribute that Kilifi maybe is more
Exactly.
deeply religious than any other places.
Mm-hmm.
My general advice is
Yeah.
whatever happens in Kilifi, it can potentially happen in other place
Yeah.
of this country.
Yeah.
There are other counties which quite a lot is happening. Maybe
Yeah.
it might not have been televised or might not have reached the
Exactly.
depth of what happened in Shekahola.
Yeah.
And another
Yeah.
reason why I'm saying this is because, come to think of it,
Yes.
the highest number of people who became victims of the Shakahola quote unquote massacre
Yeah.
are not even from Kilifi, for
Wow.
even sake. Yeah, most of these people are from up country. So that really confirms that
Yeah.
this is not a Kilifi problem. This
Okay.
is a societal problem. This is a
Yeah.
national problem that we all need to confront
Yeah.
in equal measure.
Yeah.
Like, but in the long run, my proposal will
Exactly.
be,
Uh-huh.
let's consider spirituality
Yeah.
as urgent before we
Exactly.
set our foot in religion. But
Yeah.
again, it would be very remiss of me if I don't
Yeah.
say that all these kind of religious hero worshipping and kind of universal
Yeah.
following of individuals in the name of prophets and
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
sometimes poverty attributes to some of these things.
Yeah.
I am yet to
Poverty.
conduct a specific research so that I can become
Yeah.
an authority,
Exactly.
rather, so that I can at least take a podium and authoritatively say this. But I think the poorer the country, the highest cases of, hero worshipping and kind of religious
Is bad.
following. I'm not saying that rich people don't know God.
Yeah.
They know God. But remember, the bottom line, I said there's
Yeah.
a difference between spirituality and
And
religiosity. Yes.
Yeah. And recently, we have been hearing of femicide, the killing of women in relationships, and it has been wild. It has been in Kenya,
Sure.
including Kilifi County. Last month, we had a fellow girl like me killed
Yeah.
innocently, and that is the one case I know. We don't know the other background cases that have happened.
Sure.
So what is your take on killing women in relationships, the femicide issue?
Well,
Yeah.
my take is a little bit strange.
Yeah, which one?
I was invited by friends to join this
Okay.
walk to
Yes.
protest against
Yeah,
killing of
the
women.
rally.
This is what I want to say from the onset, that killing in whatever way or
Yeah.
by whatever reason is bad.
Exactly.
That's what I want to begin with.
Yeah.
Killing in whatever avenue or by whatever
Yes.
infatuation is bad.
Exactly.
And it should be condemned in the strongest terms
Yeah.
possible. However, waiting for a person to be killed so that we go to the road, we pick up branches,
Yeah.
we print banners, we demonstrate, is not really, from where I
Yeah.
see it, the solution.
Yeah.
The solution is to get
Yeah.
thinkers sit down, question
Exactly.
why, in their opinion,
Yeah.
yeah, this kind of things are
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
You see, all I'm saying is here is this:
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
this kind of stories that are happening
Yeah. On femicide.
on femicide,
Yes.
the things that, from where I sit,
Yeah.
should get a proper diagnosis.
Yeah.
And the proper diagnosis begins the day we
Yeah.
bring down feminism and approach this issue holistically. The moment we
Exactly.
approach this issue with the kind of thought that, with the kind of vulnerability extended to women by this society, we're going to get a solution. Because
Okay.
let me tell you,
Yes.
I have studied feminism. I have studied the
Okay.
ethics of care.
Uh-huh.
I have studied the writings of Carol
Yeah.
Gilligan. I've studied the writings of Nell Noddings and all the feminist kind of
Yeah.
thinkers. And I can tell you,
Yeah.
I will adopt a version of a philosopher called
Yeah.
Soren Kierkegaard.
Okay.
It is not prudent to create policies, to create theories that justify a vulnerability. You see?
Exactly.
So, because the day I will see men
Yes.
leading processions
Yeah.
against the killing of women, I will know really the society have known the source of the problem.
Yes.
But if a woman is killed,
Yeah.
and it comes from women, and they mobilized amongst themselves so
Yeah.
that they lead the demonstration,
Yeah.
quote unquote, pushing the blame game towards the doorstep of the men,
Yeah.
then we are not solving the problem.
Okay.
And by the way, if we get a real time thought
Yes.
on why some of these cases are happening,
Yeah.
you'll come to realize there are issues which border on quite weak and empowered young generation of ladies.
Exactly.
Listen, if you take a spotlight,
Yeah.
walk into just an
Yeah.
open field
Yeah.
and light it, put it on, very soon you'll see a
Yeah.
lot of insects struggling to come where
Yeah.
the light is. And that
Yeah.
is the same that happens with the issues of how women
Yeah.
have addressed their issue in the country. The moment you illuminate the woman more is the moment you attract a lot of praise and potential problems for the woman in this country.
Okay.
The problem of women begin the day we put men out of it and we address it in a manner that it is a woman affair,
Yeah.
when you know very well that femicide is involved, not the kind of femicide cases that we're talking about, the killing against women, has not been initiated by woman, though there are such cases, but it also borders on men. Men in this case have been branded as the potential predators.
Killers, yeah.
You know? So why do you put them out if you want to address it? Then you also want us to prescribe solutions. Listen, if women want to solve this, let them drop this kind of empathetic and urge to seek sympathy by the feminine brand, so that they can equally approach this issue holistically as a societal transitional problem.
Exactly. And then another issue that has been trending in Kilifi County is the high rates of teenage pregnancy. How are you addressing that?
Well,
yes.
Just to extend on what I was saying,
Yes.
just to give the example of an illumination, the spotlight.
Exactly. Yeah.
Listen.
Yes.
Teen pregnancy in Kilifi, at least so that you get your facts right, has dropped.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very high around
Okay.
2019, 2020.
Yeah.
But currently, we can laud ourselves
And that's
that
good.
these cases have
Thumbs
dropped.
up.
But now let me not talk about teen pregnancy in Kilifi, because the problem is not a Kilifi. It's not a unique problem to Kilifi.
Yeah.
It is a societal problem.
Yeah.
There's a lot of transition today, globally. There's a
Yeah.
lot of transition.
Yeah.
Some of these things are even happening in the doorsteps of our slave masters, of our
Exactly.
colonizers. It is really happening. The thing which I think our society
Yeah.
should get up and at least consider urgent is,
Yes.
can we at least put our focus
Yeah.
on quickly empowering our
Yeah.
women with education, so that
Yes.
in case some of these challenges come their
Yeah.
way, at least we can say we pride
Yeah.
ourselves in having empowered them with
Yeah.
at least the requisite
Yeah.
knowledge and understanding of how the world is. Listen,
Yeah. Yes.
socially, if you
Yeah.
consider some bit of history,
Yeah.
the time we used to live
Yeah.
with our grand
Parents.
parents,
Yeah.
there are some things which were so like deep,
Yeah.
sensitive. They're considered vulgar, but at least today
Uh-huh.
they make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
They shaped our way of thinking and life. But
Yeah.
today, our parents have taken us away from the grandparents. They
Yeah.
brand them witch, They
Yeah.
think they are sorcerers.
Yeah.
They think that they are guys who are not after our success. Yet they're the people who gave birth to us, took care of us through thick and thin, to where we are.
Yeah.
The moment that kind of thinking gets into the mind of a parent,
Yeah.
you take your children away from their grandparents. You don't want them
Yeah.
to say to them. On the other hand, there is no way you will usurp, you see,
Exactly.
the roles and responsibilities of a grandparent to a grandchild.
Yeah.
There is no way you'll see parents of the current generation sit down with their children and talk to them about productive education or sex education and kind of. They don't do that. But grandparents, they comfortably do it with their grandchildren. So these parents leave their children to their teachers in school and internet, because this is Generation Z, which is born with the internet, and they live with internet. They have just learned everything to do with internet. They still don't. One of the sources of information of the current generation is nowhere close to history and tradition. You see? All sources of information of the current generation rests with only books and the internet, which is the print media, social and mainstream media. You see, it is not enough to put in us the kind of thinking that we want to see in a generation that has changed. It is not fair to talk about all the cases of teen pregnancy without speaking to at least what predisposes these young girls to that kind of thing. My approach will still be, let's approach it as a societal problem. Let's not single out the ladies and talk to them. Let's not brand the man a problem when in fact no lady can impregnate another lady. Yeah.
And talking of elections, will you vie in 2027? Will you vie for senator in
It's something I'm seriously considering. I hope you'll be around to get the news the day I'll call the media to say what I'm going to for.
Yeah. We will give you our votes.
Thank you.
We are supporting you behind your back.
Thank you.
And anything else you can want to say to your fellow Kilifi members?
Really, I always have a lot to say, but the little I want to say today is the world is fast changing. Let us please change with it. But as we change with the world, it is good to know who we are. One of the problems that we find ourselves in is an identity crisis. An identity crisis happens the day we abandon our culture, our way of life, rush to embrace another culture and another person's way of life, and in between lose ourselves. So
Yeah.
I think it is important that we encourage each other,
Yeah.
raise up, and most of it is good to keep focus. I believe in focus,
Yeah.
ruthless focus. I so much believe in
Yeah.
focus. Focus is what has created the difference between the present day rich and poor.
Yeah.
Please learn to focus. There are a lot of opportunities in the world today. Even social media and stuff has created a lot of millionaires in the present day world.
Yeah.
It's not fair to sit idle by, cry, wallow of what is happening in the world, which is a disadvantage to us.
Yeah.
But I think it pays to approach matters in a way that makes a lot of sense. Sure. Thank you so much,
Welcome.
Fikirin Jacobs. That was my time.
Thank you so much. It was a
Asante.
wonderful session with you, and we are grateful
Thank
for
you.
making time with us.
Thank you. Asante. Karibuni sana.
Asante.
Haya.